Welcome back to Paper Highlighter, your one-stop gossip shop where reality TV goes off the rails and we're here to sip every drop of the drama. First up, Tigerlily and Adnan's baby reveal was supposed to be sweet, but instead it turned into a meme factory. Adnan squeals, Tigerlily glam to the gods, and the word manly slapped on a newborn. The internet did not hold back. Some fans melted, others roasted, but baby Zeyn is already reality TV royalty. Meanwhile, Brandon and Julia gave us one of the rawest doctor's office moments ever. Scar tissue, whispered fears, and a procedure that changed everything. The twist? Julia is pregnant now, very pregnant, and fans went from trolling Brandon's bedside manner to showering the couple with love and hard-earned empathy. And speaking of unforgettable, let's talk Karen. Chantel's mom showed up at the Hunt for Love tell-all, literally hauling trash bags. Was it protection, a stunt, a plot twist? Nobody knows, but everybody's talking. Viewers called her loco, iconic, and possibly the real villain of Chantel's story. But the mess didn't stop there. When Suki asked Jennifer if she and Rob hooked up, Jen rolled her eyes, dodged, and dragged Tiffany and Tim into the fire. Fans called it peak deflection, roasted her contradictions, and basically said, "Girl, guilty much?" Meanwhile, Darcy proved once again that glamour doesn't take a day off. Boar tracking in the woods, wrapped in a black fur coat, wide-brim hat, and, yes, a purse. Georgie's dad stared for 5 minutes straight, fans turned her into memes, and suddenly Cruella de Vil was trending in the wilderness. And finally, redemption. Natalie Mordovtseva just traded in her tears for a tiara. Literally. She won Miss Nationality California, stunned in a floor-length gown, and showed fans she's no longer dependent on anyone's wallet. From crying on camera to strutting the runway, Natalie's glow-up is official. So buckle up, fam, because we've got babies, betrayals, boars, and crowns all in one episode. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a single messy moment. Let's dive straight into the Tigerlily and Adnan chaos. What should have been a tender, teary introduction of baby Zeyn turned into a spectacle, complete with screaming, glam lashes in the delivery room, and one word that had fans roasting for hours: manly. Okay, let's set the stage. The cameras roll. Tigerlily is fresh from delivery, but you'd never know it. She's got full glam, lashes, lipstick, hair laid like she's stepping onto a red carpet instead of a maternity ward. And then comes the reveal. Baby Zeyn, head full of hair, bundled up, ready to meet the world. Cue Adnan, and cue the chaos. Instead of quiet sniffles or whispered prayers, Adnan unleashes what fans have dubbed the chipmunk shriek heard round the internet. High-pitched, squeaky, and non-stop. Within seconds, the comparisons were flying. Bugs with squeaking voices, cartoon characters, even Mr. Howell from Gilligan's Island. One fan summed it up perfectly. "He cracks me up, but I'm not married to him." Another didn't hold back. "She's raising 2 babies now." Ouch. But it wasn't just the screaming that broke the internet. Somewhere between prayers and kisses, Adnan looked at his newborn son and proudly declared him manly. Yes, manly. And the roast began instantly. "Where?" demanded one commenter. Another called it the funniest thing Adnan ever said. Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, every platform turned into a comedy show, all riffing on this one bizarre choice of words. Meanwhile, Tigerlily wasn't spared either. Fans zoomed in on her lashes and lipstick, accusing her of bringing a glam squad to the delivery room. Others speculated about wigs, wondering if TLC had aired footage from months ago. The conspiracy theories about timing and editing went into overdrive. But, and here's the twist, the chaos wasn't all ridicule. A softer, more emotional thread cut through the noise. Fans admitted that Adnan's raw emotional prayer over his son hit hard. Some confessed they teared up watching him kiss baby Zeyn again and again, unable to contain his joy. One fan put it beautifully. "I don't know why, but I love this couple now with the baby. It's so adorable." That's the paradox of reality TV, right? One second you're cringing at the squeals, the next you're melting over the love. And the final verdict from the internet jury? Baby Zeyn is absolutely precious. Tigerlily somehow looked like she walked out of a reality TV runway. And Adnan may need to dial the volume way down, but his love for his son, undeniable. By the end of the episode, fans weren't debating whether they loved or hated Tigerlily and Adnan. They were admitting they couldn't stop watching. The mix of glamour, chaos, and genuine heart was exactly what makes this couple impossible to ignore. And just when you think the drama is slowing down, don't touch that dial, because Brandon and Julia's fertility scare flips from heartbreak to baby bombshell, and the internet has plenty to say about their journey. All right, let's break this down. The scene opened with Julia sitting nervously in that stiff office chair, her face pale, bracing for the worst. Brandon, meanwhile, perched awkwardly on the medical bed like it was a bar stool, giving viewers more than a few unintentional laughs. But behind the humor, the stakes were sky high. The doctor's words hit like a gut punch. Scar tissue in Julia's uterus was blocking their path to parenthood. Suddenly, the dream of starting a family looked like it might slip away. Fans watching live went into overdrive, some with empathy, others with sarcasm. One commenter quipped, "For heaven's sake, it's not heart surgery," while others chimed in with their own fertility stories, turning the comments into an impromptu support group. Then came the twist that one tiny procedure, a hysteroscopy, to clear the scar tissue was all it took to change everything. What started as despair turned into the biggest reveal of their storyline yet. Julia is pregnant. And not just newly pregnant, social media spoilers lit up saying she's already well into her pregnancy, with fans whispering she's due in just a few months. The internet's reaction was instant. Congratulations poured in, alongside battle stories from women who had walked the same path. Fertility drugs, surgeries, months of dashed hopes. But of course, this being reality TV, the shade was there too. Brandon caught heat for his bedside behavior, with fans saying he looked more like a bored teenager than a supportive husband. One comment that went viral: "Julia's womb went through a war and Brandon couldn't even hold her hand." And then there were the side plots fans couldn't resist picking apart. The anesthesia debate: was Julia too dramatic about it or not enough? The Betty jokes, because what's a Brandon storyline without his mom lurking in the background? And the classic internet obsession with details: was TLC holding back footage, or did the network fast-track this reveal for maximum drama? But underneath all the noise, something real resonated. Viewers pointed out how easy it is to underestimate the invisible battles. Scar tissue, infertility, the quiet heartbreak couples carry until it spills out on screen. That one tiny procedure was more than a medical moment. It was a metaphor for resilience, for pushing through when the odds feel stacked against you. By the end of the episode, Julia's face told the whole story: relief, joy, disbelief, all tangled together. And Brandon? Well, he may not win any Husband of the Year awards, but fans grudgingly admitted his goofy, awkward presence at least gave Julia a laugh when she needed it most. Stick around, because just when you think the emotions have peaked, oh, trust me, the chaos is about to double. Up next, Chantel's mom, Karen, turns the tell-all into a circus with nothing but a gold outfit and a set of trash bags. Yes, you heard that right. Let's talk about entrances, because this one, legendary. The cast is seated, the cameras are rolling, and suddenly in struts Karen, decked out in a gold outfit so shiny fans compared it to Game of Thrones armor. But that wasn't the showstopper. In her hands, a pair of trash bags swinging like fashion accessories. Instantly, the internet caught fire. Comments poured in calling the move hilarious, extra, and certifiable. Some joked she looked like a villain who'd been waiting her entire life for this tell-all moment. Others demanded answers. Were the bags meant for Chantel's clothes? Were they props? Or just another over-the-top Karen stunt to guarantee maximum screen time? The shade didn't stop there. Facebook threads dubbed her embarrassing, Reddit labeled her a nut who loves the camera, and Instagram lit up with memes. One fan deadpanned, "Karen's got a bag for every failed relationship," while another quipped, "She brought props. She's basically auditioning for Housewives." But not everyone was laughing. Karen's defenders jumped in, insisting that beneath the antics, she's just protective, always putting Chantel first. They claimed the bags were symbolic, maybe even a warning to Ashley or Pedro that Karen was ready to clean house. Still, even though supporters admitted, showing up to a nationally televised tell-all with garbage bags is peak Karen. And then came the deeper digs. Fans pointed out Chantel's face during the entire spectacle, blank, crushed, wishing the ground would swallow her whole. That single reaction shot told a story of embarrassment that words couldn't. Speculation grew that Karen might be sabotaging Chantel's relationships, not saving them. One particularly brutal take, forget Pedro or Ashley, the real third wheel here is Karen. The fashion shade rolled in hot too. Commenters joked that Karen's gold look screens villain energy, while side-by-side comparisons of her jacket and Ashley's jacket had fans laughing about them looking like grandma's old couch. Even Chantel wasn't spared. Some accused her of enabling the chaos by not checking her mom's behavior sooner. By the time the dust settled, social media had crowned Karen the chaotic queen of reality TV moms. Whether she's embarrassing her daughter, stealing the spotlight, or turning props into weapons, one thing was clear. This wasn't just another tell-all, it was Karen's stage. And the verdict? Love her or loathe her, Karen delivered the kind of outrageous TV moment that people will be talking about for years. Reality TV thrives on the unpredictable, and Karen just proved she's still the master of it.
And just when you thought the tell-all circus couldn't get any wilder, don't touch that dial, because Jen just got grilled by Suki about her sex life. And instead of answers, she served up eye rolls, finger pointing, and a whole lot of deflection. All right, here's how it went down. Suki, never one to sugarcoat, looked Jen dead in the eye and asked the million-dollar question. Did you and Rob sleep together? The stage went silent, the tension spiked, and Jen, she didn't answer. Instead, she rolled her eyes so hard you could practically hear them squeak, smirked, and launched into a blame game that dragged half the cast into the mud. Fans online couldn't believe it. Instead of giving a yes or no, Jen accused Tiffany and Tim of sleeping together daily, called out hypocrisy, and painted herself as the victim. But viewers weren't buying it. The comment section exploded with accusations of narcissism and gaslighting. One viral post read, "The guilty always runs." Another added, "She looked high, drunk, and guilty all at once." Brutal. The contradictions piles up too. Remember when Jen once implied Tim might be gay? Now suddenly she's accusing him of sleeping with Tiffany every day? Fans tore that logic to shreds. Reddit threads labeled it gaslighting at its finest, while Instagram Reels turned the moment into a meme storm. And the body language didn't help. Viewers pointed out the dismissive smirks, the darting eyes, the way she pivoted the conversation instead of answering. One sharp comment summed it up. Her refusal to say no was basically a yes. Of course, the personal digs came next. Fans called her gross, a gold digger, and questioned why any man was chasing her in the first place. Others noted this moment as proof of why her past relationships always crash and burn. The consensus? Jen's attempt to dodge the truth backfired badly. And here's where things really caught fire. Fans demanded TLC roll the cape because the cameras have been on this couple nonstop, and if there's proof one way or another, the audience wants receipts. Twitter hashtags like hashtag roll the tape and hashtag Jen exposed trended in fan circles, with people practically begging for raw footage. By the end of the segment, Jen hadn't convinced anyone of her innocence. If anything, her dodging only solidified the suspicion that she and Rob did hook up, and that she was desperate to avoid admitting it on national television. In true reality TV fashion, what should have been a straightforward answer became a circus of contradictions, finger-pointing, and fan fury. And for Jen, that spotlight doesn't look like it's dimming anytime soon.
Keep it locked, because the drama doesn't just stop at deflection. Up next, Darcy takes her glam obsession to the woods, boar hunting in fur, a hat, and yes, even a purse. And the internet is howling. Picture this: a quiet forest, hunters ready to track wild boar, and suddenly, Darcy struts in like she's about to headline Milan Fashion Week. We're talking a massive black fur coat, oversized hat, and a handbag dangling from her arm as if the woods were just another catwalk. And let's not forget, this wasn't just an accessory moment. Georgie's dad took one look at her ensemble and stared, stone-faced, for a full 5 minutes. That silence? Iconic. Fans couldn't handle it. The comments rolled in faster than Darcy's glam squad. One viewer quipped, "Why does she even need a purse in the woods? Does she think the boars take cash?" Another added, Georgie's dad was trying to figure out if she was real or a hallucination. And then came the memes. Darcy was instantly compared to Disney villains, Game of Thrones queens, and of course, Cruella de Vil. Cruella Goes Camping became the tagline across Twitter, complete with side-by-side photoshops of Darcy chasing boars in stilettos. The purse became its own subplot. Midway through the outing, Georgie ended up carrying it, looking less like a rugged outdoorsman and more like Darcy's assistant. Fans latched onto that moment, turning screenshots into captions like, "Every man eventually carries her baggage." The irony wasn't lost on anyone. And then there was Georgie's dad. That 5-minute silent stare is already a classic. Some fans called it judgment, others disbelief, but the consensus? It was the universal reaction of every in-law who's ever thought, "What on earth did my kid marry?" One meme showed him frozen in place with the caption, "Buffering, please wait." Beyond the comedy, though, this moment cemented why Darcy remains one of the most polarizing figures in 90 Day Fiancé history. She's either glamorously out of place or completely unaware of how ridiculous she looks. And that's the magic of Darcy. She makes you laugh, she makes you cringe, but she never, ever bores you. Fans debated whether she wore the look intentionally for attention or if this really is just Darcy's everyday style. Some defended her, saying, "She's always extra, at least she's consistent." Others rolled their eyes, calling it another desperate attempt to keep the cameras on her. Either way, everyone agreed it was TV gold. The beauty of moments like this, they go beyond the storyline. They become pop culture shorthand, the kind of clips fans share on TikTok with captions like, "Me showing up overdressed to Target." Darcy didn't just crash a boar hunt, she cemented her place in meme history. And just when you think reality TV can't get any more over the top, keep it locked, because Natalie Mordovtseva has traded tears for tiaras, finally snagging the crown that's changing everything. This storyline feels like a full circle moment. Remember the Natalie who cried over every relationship setback? Who fans once mocked for her emotional spirals? That Natalie is gone, or at least transformed. Now we've got a confident, polished woman walking a runway like she owns it. Sheer cape trailing behind her, strutting in a black bandeau outfit one night and a pale blue gown the next. The reveal came straight from fan pages and Natalie's own Instagram stories. First, clips of her working the runway, smoldering face, flowing cape, thigh-high slit that had fans zooming in for screenshots. Then the big moment, the crown placed on her head, the sash draped over her shoulders, the audience clapping as Natalie smiled like she just claimed her destiny. The internet reaction was instant. One fan wrote, "She finally did it. This is the Natalie we always knew was hiding under the tears." Another posted, "Love her or hate her, she looks like a real model here." And of course, the skeptics had their shade ready. Some claimed the pageant wasn't prestigious enough to matter. Others insisted TLC exaggerated the storyline for dramatic flair. But whether you thought it was a major title or a minor crown, the buzz was undeniable. And then came Natalie's own words. On her Instagram, she made it clear, modeling has always been her passion, and giving up was never an option. That determination resonated. Fans who once rolled their eyes at her dramatic scenes now admitted, okay, respect, she never quit. But this wouldn't be reality TV without a little speculation. The biggest question, what does this mean for her future? Is Natalie angling for a comeback on 90 Day Fiancé, this time not as a love-struck partner, but as a star in her own right? Fans flooded comment sections with theories. One wrote, "She doesn't need a man's money anymore. She's finally independent." Another asked, "Will TLC bring her back now that she's headline-worthy again?" And let's not forget the fashion chatter. That pale blue gown with the thigh-high slit, instant fan favorite. Social media users raved about her toned legs and how the look screamed confidence. Others compared her style glow-up to a phoenix rising from the ashes of her old storylines. The verdict? Natalie has managed to flip her narrative completely. From reality TV heartbreak fodder to runway queen, she's carved out a new lane. Fans may never forget her crying fits, but now they're talking about her as a model, a pageant winner, and maybe, just maybe, the next breakout star ready for her own spin-off. If you lived for the chaos, smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and drop your hottest take in the comments. Don't forget to follow us on socials. We're spilling the tea 24/7. And tomorrow, oh, you're not ready. We've got a bombshell that could flip an entire franchise upside down. This is Paper Highlighter, where reality TV shines messy and bright. Stay fabulous, fam, and we'll see you in the next one.